Every man becomes humble when death knocks at their door. Good morning, Sabah al khair, bonjour, Kolafia, Karo, Daswa, Tmasim, Yamamwachi. Today we're switching to the tabloids. And the nearest PMP, we've been dealing with PMP, people and places. And the nearest PMP I have here is that of the date November 3 to 5 2003. The last we did was somewhere September or August. Maybe if you go back, you will see. And as usual, I will show you the headlines. Assemblies of God pastor butcher's wife. The stories of those days are still happening today, maybe to a larger degree. Then that's the first page, cover page. Then we go to next page, page 2, foreign news. Uh, Farmer puts his animal in sneakers. Crazy, you would say, isn't it? Yes. Oh my God. Why is this paper trying to be stubborn? Foreign news. Farmer puts his animal in sneakers. So you can view the other stories that will follow. That's page 2. Page 3, we have GSS people 19 jailed 7 years for rape, and pregnant woman jailed. Then cripple in trouble for fondling woman. But why you mention cripple? Hmm? God doesn't give a different testosterone level to the cripple from the normal person. We all have the hormones. Huh? So cripple in trouble for fondling woman. Hmm? Uh, man 20 jumps from frying pan to fire. This is page 3. We go to page 4. Oh, I think this paper has been too long. Opening it is difficult. Uh, please, please. A lot of papers on it. Okay, we go to page 4. For the women, for the ladies, for our mothers. Mhm. Maybe they won't like the word mothers, they like ladies. Fellow will say, if you call a woman, you don't agree, you could say, be lady, oh. But their mothers, the mother is more honorable because they give birth to us. So this is for the ladies. Living, uh, suffer no more in silence. Nikki will give you solutions to most of your beauty and slimming problems. Yes. Uh, Top makeup blunders. I don't know if it's a repeat because I think we've done something like that before. It doesn't matter if it's a repeat. It's still worth reading. Then we go to page 5, and that is coping with life. How to make money, money. Coping with life. How to make money. From there, we go to page 6. Page 6. Auntie Adiza advises you for the youth. We've done a lot of it before. This is Auntie Adiza advises you, page 6. We go to page 7, Tangled Web. It's a series of stories which I hadn't been reading, but recently I started with them. And who knows, some of the me stories might even appear here since the papers repeat some of the stories. Mm. And you can see it here. A nice looking young lady with convex looking cheeks. Uh, tangled web. Or tangled web, sorry. Uh, from there, we go to the entrepreneur, which again, I say I wasn't reading, but I started reading. But I've started reading. Entrepreneur. Okay. We go to page 9, and that's relationships. No, relationship, no S, I'm sorry. And that is relationship. Uh, Show first steps to become a love magnet. Hey, love, 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 love. We love love. When I say love, it's normally love between the opposite sex, not love between man and man or woman and woman. Okay, we go to page 10. Go to page 10. Yes, this is the religious corner. Share a thought for those of us who Christians, not only that, also Muslims, anybody who is spiritual, then why success eluded as campus life, prayer in the jungle, wickedness, peace, wickedness, peace, part 2. So that's it. Page 11, we normally skip because it doesn't give us anything very important. They are just heart to heart addresses of lovers. Today is the internet. We come, everybody sees you, how you look, whether you are tall or short, whether your skin is fair or black. In those days, no, you just had to make the friendship before knowing how the fellow looks like. Mm. We will leave that and then how to add form. We will leave it at page 11. Normally we don't go there. Then we go to page 12, you and your health. Yes, another important area for everybody, for the elderly and the young, uh, because the young will become the elderly. The young will become the elderly one day. So this then family lawyer. So that's page 12. Usually page 12 deals with law, uh, medicine, and law. Then we go to page 13, religious corner. I think the first one was spiritual corner. This one goes straight to the Bible. Talks about the Bible straight. And the other one, share a thought. It's spiritual, like I said, for everybody. Even though I think the Bible is also for everybody because we're all supposed to read it. Like we are all supposed to read the Quran, but we don't. That's one way. What do you call it? One way. If a car can move in only one direction, you make a mistake one day. You make a mistake with your road, with your car, and take a one way. You see the children shouting, "One way, one way, one way." Okay. So religious corner. That's page 13, and that ends the paper. No, no, it doesn't. There is page page 14 is also notice board. It's like page 11, not worth reading. Then we go to page 15, football. I used not to read it, but now I say we should start going there too because we are football fans. We have football fans, a lot of them, all over the place, every country, every nook and corner of any town that you get to. So we will start reading them too. And then let's take off from page 2. Assemblies of God, Pastor Butcher's wife. That's the cover story. Let's go to page 2. I think that story is on page 3 rather. But let's go to page 2. Foreign news. Uh, Gay men of God. I don't know. I don't know how viewers will see this. I mean, do you have gay men who are of God? Because God doesn't like gayism. Let me call it so, so to speak. God, okay, gay men of God. Let's read it. As we celebrate the elevation of Archbishop Peter Appiah Texan to the status of a cardinal, the first Ghanaian to be so celebrated in the history of the Roman Catholic of in the history of Roman Catholicism. Is it Catholicism? No, Catholicism. Sorry. In the history of Roman Catholicism in the country, we say Ayuko. Ayuko means well done or something like that. Well done. Okay. It is exhilarating that of the four cardinals in the African continent, one comes from Ghana. I remember reading this story very well. One comes from Ghana, an attestation of the positive growing recognition the country is enjoying in the international community. Mm. Uh, yes, in the international community. Third paragraph. Mm. In the chessboard of world economic and religious existence, we can best, no, we can beat our chests and say we belong despite HIPC and irrespective of our economic situation and the growing of the masses for a better life. No, I can't get the meaning of this. Let me go there again. In the chessboard of world economic and religious existence, we can beat our chests and say we belong, and we belong despite HIPC. HIPC meaning highly impoverished poor countries or something like that. I don't know, highly impoverished poor countries. Okay, but the sentence doesn't make much sense to me. Where it starts with, where it begins with despite. Let me take it again. In the chessboard of world economic and religious existence, we can beat our chest and say we belong despite HIPC and irrespective of our economic situation and the groaning of the masses for a better life. Well, viewers, you can say what I mean. I don't know. I don't make sense. It doesn't make sense of me. This is, you can see HIPC there, and you see despite there. Maybe I'm not learned enough to understand it. Okay. Fourth paragraph. Mm, Fourth paragraph. What X in the X is spelled IRKS. What X is it X? Okay, pardon me. What? Maybe it's X. Pardon me, I don't know everything. Sometimes, as we grow old, you even forget words that you used to know. What X? I think it's X. What XS in the gradual encroachment of homosexuals and lesbians as church leaders and the attendant outcry by the rest of the world without Ghana's voice in the forefront. Another sentence that I cannot fully grasp. What XS is the gradual encroachment of homosexuals and lesbians as church leaders and the attention and the attendant outcry by the rest of the world without Ghana's voice in the forefront. I think is understandable. Okay. Fifth paragraph. One, two, three, four, five. Fifth. There seems to be an unhealthy silence here, even in the Anglican community where this has become prevalent. Oh. We expected the churches in Ghana to publicly decry such an act, to be in the forefront with countries like Nigeria and South Africa to boldly say no to gay pastors. Boldly say no to gay pastors. Uh, we expected our church leaders to organize debates and use the scripture to say no, capital no, N-O, to say no, and expect to be heard in the world religious community and our opinion heard and documented. Opinion heard and documented. Uh, our people say that silence depicts agreement. If we keep quiet, we do not condemn the acceptance of gays. If if we keep quiet, comma, if we keep quiet, comma, if we do not condemn the acceptance of gays, comma, if we do not flush out the ones among us, comma, then we agree with the practice. Then then we agree with the practice. But there is a question mark there. I don't know. Hmm? I don't know what it is. Agree with the practice, then question mark. Uh, then we agree with the practice. Okay. Next paragraph. Even in America, where it originated from, Kai. I don't know. I don't know it originated from America. I thought it originated from Sodom and Gomorrah. Hmm? Anyway, maybe the recent origination, maybe the recent origin is what you call it. Hmm? Okay. Even in America, where it originated from, there is such open condemnation that the very foundation of the church is threatened and they are seen as pariahs. Is that condemnation there today? Viewers, let's ask ourselves. Hmm? Then, next paragraph. None, non-Christians are watching. They want to see if we practice that they want to see if we practice what we preach, especially in these days of the acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, which history says started in the gay community. Of course, it's not surprising. Hmm? How do you put your male organ in the backside of another person? And that place is full of debt, nothing but debt. Instead of gay, I think it should be called debt. I'm sorry for that. Hmm? Okay. Uh, Next paragraph. Our respected clergy should condemn this evil intrusion into the body of Christ. The Christian Council should take a unilateral stand against this crack in the foundation of Christianity. Paragraph. At PMP, we join the entire world to say no to gay leaders, pastors, bishops pastors in any denomination. Full stop. Though we pity them as social misfits, we reject their open intrusion into our sanity and sanctity. We go to farmer puts his animals in sneakers. Yes, I remember the story very well. Mm. I think I showed it before. Uh, Selena, comma, can, then dash. A farmer puts sneakers on his goats, cows, and chickens. And now the spoiled livestock refuse to wear anything but the most expensive brands. Yes, Let's introduce them to good style. Hmm? I'll take the last part again. And now the spoiled livestock refuse to wear anything but the most expensive brands. Paragraph. They won't wear anything but this word I've not been able to call it. I don't know whether it's Nike or Nike. Eh? Nike. You viewers can help me. They won't wear anything other than Nike and Reebok. Reebok spelled Reebok. They won't wear anything other than Nike and Reebok. Full stop. Anything else, they just chew off. Wow. Anything else, they just chew off. Says the anguished farmer. You introduce them to the wife. Hmm? I tried to fool them by buying cheap knock knockoffs, but they knew. I don't know how to call this. Knock is spelled Knock, then dash FFS. I don't know if that's the right spelling. Knock dash FFS. Huh? But they knew. My pig ate his pear and the dog buried his. Abba! You've turned them into uh, animal humans. Hmm? Animal humans, yes. A little over 10 years ago, Hermat, a little over 10 years ago, Herman Dubois, no, Herman Dunoy, began putting shoes on his barnyard animals to relieve the stress of being on their feet all day. That's stupid. Their feet are made to stand distance. Our feet are different. I don't know. I think they have the resources. Mm. Instead of giving the shoes to poor countries. Mm. Okay. Uh, uh-huh. The boy began putting shoes on his barnyard animals to relieve the stress of being on their feet all day. Now he's gone broke because the animals only want top of the line sneakers. It fits him right. Mm. Okay. When the Noah initially put the shoes on the animals, everything went perfectly. They were happy. They were more productive. They had more energy, says Genoa. I think the animals, their sense, we have been underestimating their sense. They see humans in dress and they are not in dress. So when he did that to them, they knew we are getting close to one another in equality, in equity and equality. What do you call it? Inequality. They are coming equally close to us. Mm. Only one top of the line sneakers. When the Noah initially put the shoes on the animals, everything went perfectly. They were happy. They were more productive. They had more energy, says the Noah. Soon, his plan went awry. One Christmas, I made the mistake of treating the animals to some top of the line sneakers. Full stop. Problem is, they got used to the quality stuff. Uh-huh. Problem is they got used to the quality stuff and now they won't accept anything else. I don't know whether we should believe this farmer. I don't know how animals. Okay, they can because they see quality. Okay, I think they can. Hmm? Now they won't accept anything else. Paragraph. The Noah attempted to outfit his animals with less expensive footwear. The Noah attempted to outfit his animals with less expensive footwear has had a disastrous effect on their moods. Mm. The cows won't give milk. Mm. Oh, oh my God. Yes, I remember the story very well. I think I laughed like I'm laughing today in those days. Mm. The cows won't give milk, the chickens won't lay eggs, and even my dog won't come near me, says the distressed farmer. I don't know if it's the mindset of the animals or something else, or the fact that they are not used to these things, or these things have prevented them biologically to behave that way. Mm. Maybe it's not a mindset, but you know, biologically, uh, or something of biology, something they were affected biologically. Their cells got used to some things strange. Mm. Okay. Uh, the cows won't give milk. The chickens won't lay. Sorry. Do not even. My dog won't come near me. Says do not even requested financial aid from the government, comma, but was turned down. Of course, no government will accept such a thing. Eh? Hmm? They, they don't think sneakers are necessary for farm animals. Of course. Hmm? So the government doesn't think sneakers are necessary for farm animals. Full stop. In the meantime, his farm is falling apart around him. Oh, Lenoir, I don't know. Hmm? Uh, I don't know what to do. I am thinking of contacting the sneaker companies and seeing if they will make a donation. Even hens wear knickers at the Des Moines farm. I can't see well, but I think this is the picture of a hen. So let me show you the picture of the Bois. Oh, here it's called the Bois. Somewhere it's called it's written the Noir. I think it's a pretty mistake. So this is the picture. Yeah. What is he holding? Is it a fowl? I don't know. And a cowboy hat, like I'm wearing. Okay, I can see the horses too. The Bois, like I said, somewhere it's spelled the Noir, somewhere the Bois. Okay. Dubois, the Bois farm animals The boa farm animals have all gotten so used to wearing expensive sneakers that it's putting him in the poor house. Okay. Mad medicine. Acupuncture, acupuncture doc threw darts at patient's head to cure them. Uh, Lice Springs, Australia. Lice Springs, Australia dash. A maverick doctor was arrested and charged with unethical medical practices after it was discovered that he was threatening his patients he was treating his patients migraines, He was treating his patients migraines by throwing darts at their heads. That is spelled DARTS at their heads. Neurosurgeon Dr. Stephen Hawkinsbury admits he hurried darts at his patients' heads with enough force to penetrate key areas of the brain, but insists that his unorthodox treatment really works. Migraines occur when the arteries Migraines occur when the arteries to the brain become constricted, then dilated. When they become constricted, then dilated. This rapid open close action causes the surrounding pain receptors to go on the attack, he explains. My projectile therapy works like acupuncture in relieving pain, acupuncture in relieving pain dash, but a 27-gram tournament dart is more powerful and effective than an acupuncture needle. Since the diameter of the dart head is wider, it does a better job of keeping the cerebral arteries from constricting. Paragraph. The key, the key, of course, is pinpoint accuracy. That's why you need the steady. That's why you need the steady hand and medical knowledge of a surgeon. Dr. Hawkins' practice was shut down after his bizarre methods came to the attention of Australian medical officials. Paragraph. But hundreds of his patients are in an uproar. The story. Mm. But hundreds of his patients are in an uproar dash because they say being used as a human dartboard was the only thing that worked for their migraines. Dr. Hockenberry's Dr. Hockenberry is a miracle worker, declares Dingo declares Dingo trainer Jack Rippington, who suffered from migraines for years. His projectile therapy was the only treatment that worked on me. I believe later on it was accepted. This practice, I believe so. I won't be surprised if later it was accepted. Okay. Rippington admits he was apprehensive at first. When Dr. Hockenberry said he wanted to stick a hammerhead dart in my head, I thought he was crazy, he recalls. But I was in much pain. But I was in much pain. I was ready to try anything else. But amazingly, Robinson started to feel results after the first session. By the 10th visit, he was back at work. But when he arrived for the next treatment, Jack was in for a shock. Dr. Hawkinsbury was being led out of his office in handcuffs. Plunging darts deep into the skull has never been scientifically proven to alleviate headaches, says one member of the medical review board. Dr. Hackenberry's so called therapy is a prescription for possible brain injury. I see. Not to mention loss of an eye. Any benefits are purely the placebo effect, like a very sharp sugar pill. Mm, let's see. Okay. Another story. Another story. Cop takes time out from his wedding to catch car thief. Cop takes time out from his wedding to catch thief. Bucharest, Romania. Shortly after walking down the aisle with his bride, a cop leapt into action to bust a car thief. When the off-duty cop arrived at his wedding reception, he spotted a crook breaking into a car in the parking lot. The cops' uh, instincts took over. The cops' instincts took over, and bolted from his he bolted from the reception, still wearing his white tuxedo. Tuxedo is spelled Tuxedo. His white tuxedo dash do do apprehend the thief. And it's supposed to be two, not two, T-O. And here is spelled two. So it's supposed to be to apprehend the thief and not do apprehend the thief. I don't know. Okay, full stop. After a brief case, after a brief chase, the groom wrestled the bad guy to the ground and restrained him with his belt. Does it mean shipping with the belt? I don't know what he means by restraining him with his belt. Hmm? Maybe he gave it to him, pap, pap, and restrained him with his belt. When he finally returned to his wedding reception, the courageous cop did not exactly get a hero's welcome from his blushing bride. She allegedly told him she allegedly told him for running out on her and ruining his white lipsticks. Okay. The wedding was kind of compromise, but I know it was worth it, says the cops. As a reward for the heroic action, the cop will be sleeping on the couch for the next few months. Oh, women. Oh, women. But do you are also not enjoying the marriage? Okay. Uh, let's go to the last story on the page. Yes, the last part. The last story. Husband cuts off wife's leg in jealous rage. Wow. People don't play with sex. Hmm? No. Play with the man and sex. You go see Pepper. Likewise, the woman. Hmm? Let me repeat it. Husband cuts off wife's leg in jealous rage. Lagos, Nigeria. A bitter butcher. No problem. No wonder. Huh? A bitter butcher carved off his wife's leg after she gave birth to twins because he says she exposed herself to doctors in the delivery room. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. So she die in pains. Hmm. It's sad. I remember that. Because he says she exposed herself to doctors in the delivery room. Too. The irate man was convinced that his wife was flirting with the gynecologist who examined her after she gave birth to twins. Hmm. Okay, we can't understand this fully. I don't know the evidence that he has. Hmm. Okay, next paragraph. When the couple returned to their home, the heartbroken husband didn't celebrate over the new additions to the family. Full stop. Instead, he tied his wife to the bed and attacked her with the butcher's knife in a fit of jealous rage. Neighbors called the police when they heard the woman's screams. By the time police arrived on the scene, he had he had sawed off her leg. Huh? Oh God. He had sawed off his leg. I wanted to teach her a lesson, the man told police. So nobody can tell whether the police later taught him a lesson. You can't tell. Mm. That's all we have for today. The next time we come, we'll go to page three. Mm. So, and sorry for not going as smoothly as you would expect me to go. Thank you very much. Illa likai. Bye bye.